Hello, we are Alejandra Rocha and Catalina Contreras. We are going to talk about the continued growth for Zara and Inditex. Inditex is one of the largest dealers of the world. This group was born in 1963 as a woman clothes factory. This company is based on listening what the consumer wants in order to produce clothes according of what people and trends need. That's why over the time this group was getting better positioned to the point that in 2015 their total sales were 20,900 millions of euros. In 1975, the brand Zara was born. After that, this group continued growing to the point that other brands were added. Pull&Bear, Massimo Dutti, Bershka, Stradivarius, Oshio, Zara Home, and Utergi became part of the Inditex group.
Inditex nowadays is present in 91 markets of the 5 continents with more than 7,000 stores. Armancio Ortega Gaona is the founder of Inditex Group. He was born on March 28 in 1936 in Busdondo de Arbas. This is a small village located in the northern Spain's region Leon. He was the youngest for 4 of other children. His family was extremely poor. That's why they moved to La Coruña in Galicia, Spain. Armancio started working at the age of 14. When he worked in Gala as shop assistant, he felt attracted to the fashion industry.
As we already said, in 1963, Inditex Group entered into the business of fashion as a dress market. During 1976 to 1983, the position and success of Zara was growing, what caused the expansion of the brand with 9 store openings. In the next year, that means in 1984, there was inaugurated the first logistics center in Arteixo.
In 1985 to 1987, Inditex was incorporated as the group's holding company. The group lays the foundation for a distribution system capable of reacting to shifting market trends extremely quickly. After that, in 1991, the brands Pull&Bear and Massimo Dutti were incorporated into the Inditex group. 7 years later, in 1998, Inditex added Bershka to the group and also opened the new stores in the UK, Turkey, Argentina, Venezuela, United Arab Emirates, Japan, Kuwait, and Lebanon.
In 2003, Inditex opened Zara Home Store. It was Zara's second distribution center in Zaragoza, Spain, with the objective to complement the distribution facilities located in Arteixo, Spain. Also, there were opening new stores in Slovenia, Slovakia, Russia, and Malaysia. 3 years later, in 2006, Inditex worked on implementing in 2007 to 2010 an environmental strategic plan in order to protect the social and natural environment. 1 year later, in 2007, Inditex Group opened 2 new distribution centers in Spain. Also, Zara opens his 1,000 store in Florence, Italy, while Bershka and Pull&Bear opened their 500 store. Also, the Inditex Group entered to Croatia, Colombia, Guatemala, and Oman market.
In 2011, Inditex Group was present in all 5 continents after opening stores in Taiwan, Azerbaijan, Australia, South Africa, and Peru, with 5,500 stores and presence in 82 markets. The company launches online platform for all its brands, and Zara began to sell its clothes online in US and Japan. In 2014, the e-commerce is launched in new markets and the continuing of the expanding plan. Also in Cabinals, Spain, the new logistic platform was inaugurated. The online market grew up with by the add of the new online areas of Korea and Mexico. Finally, in 2015, Zara was opened in Hawaii and incorporated of 29 online markets in Hong Kong, Macau, and Taiwan.
The continued growth for Zara and Inditex. What are the ways that Inditex ensures the fast fashion is truly fast? Zara is a clear example of fastest global expansion in the world. That's why it is very important to speed up. Consequently, this brand and also Inditex growth work for knowing trends and customers' needs while the use of work to improve a efficient production process. In order to speed up, it is important to keep customer loyalty, work to make more effectively every production and logistic process with the objective to work based on highest quality standards.
To the Inditex group, it's very important to having a specific and effective logistic plan. That's why for this company, the planning and analysis area are fundamental in order to implement an innovation and improvements to every process. For example, the store operating slow months are avoided. Industry is watching the company's logistical makeover, though it sells inexpensive trendy clothing, fast fashion. For Index Group, I for a customer tastes and production process that start with the final price and work backward to the most efficient production. For example, the schedule staff are based on sales volume and different times.
Stores are stocked with new designs twice a week. Collections are small and often sell out, creating an air of exclusivity and cutting down on the need of markdown. That's why the managers that has the last technology in order to make faster and easier every analysis and making decision process. Inditex is an Europe's biggest fashion retailer by revenue. Also, this company works on maintaining control of every process and sales.
As Mr. Isla said, the internet is becoming a more and more relevant channel, so it will be logical to continue expanding online with the other formats. This is because by catalog, an online shopping business generates about the 40% of the operating profile. Taking into account the importance of the online store, Inditex Group continue working on the expansions of the online stores, while they work in a Zara application for fun.
The importance to make easier the shopping process and new trends related to the people time. Working on apps and online shopping make sure that the company is giving the best experience for their clients. Global distribution and logistics. Inditex transportation and distribution operations are carried on entirely by external contractors. Also, this company has developed a tool to better management and control of these emissions, which enables such emissions to be calculated according to GHG protocol, while at the same time offering suggested improvement plans for logistic operators in order to reduce emissions.
Channel structure refers to the length and the width of the channel employed. This is based on customer characteristics that are conformed on demographic and psychographic characteristics in which decisions are based. The distribution culture is the distribution system conformed by types of linkages between channels members for the specific type of product. Capital is the financial requirements in setting. Cost is the expenditure incurred in maintaining a channel established. Coverage is the description of the number of areas in which the marketer's products are represented and the quality of that representation.
Inditex logistics centers are located in Spain near to the offices of each of the group brands. These places are in charge of the transportation planning and manage all shipments to all the stores. The security strategy is based on a security inventory in order to respond effectively in case of any problem or situation that affects the correct transportation of the product. Now we are going to explain the relation between the case and the chapter 6 and 13.
It's possible to identify that the logistics planning is very useful because the company has process based on the highest technology that allow the control and fast solutions. Now we are going to explain the solution of the Harvard case.
The first drive with which Inditex delivers the fast fashion it is high developed logistic chain. It is centralized its production nearby Spain, Portugal, and Turkey, therefore ensuring significant savings on transportation cost and faster delivery times. Moreover, the fact that more cargo routes are being introduced also contribute to that fast fashion shipping and ensure that managers get their merchandise on time. Apart from this, another move to cut costs and speed up is Isla's software system that controls the volume of sales and different times. This allows evaluating the demand and readjusting it by the production operation management. Stock is limited but replaced twice a week as well as the store's decoration. Fashion is monitored very closely to the customer and those successful items that are being quickly sold returns to the company designers in order to create more. It is remarkable that the fact that it is not only important the fast moving by opening stores and expanding internationally, but also the conscience about their market, its preference, their new habits, their culture, and the actual fashion in the target country. This way, Zara and the whole Inditex group is able to provide a fast fashion move around the world. Zara online store and Zara application are the nowadays tools to reach all the customers around the world.
For customers, the most important attribute of the fast fashion is actually what it sounds to be customer. Value fashion is always the latest trend. Pablo Isla has been able to provide not only the latest trends in each of the countries after careful study of the target, but also the speedy shipping and the possibility to follow orders. Also, the accurate packing conditions and delivery facilities, pick up in stores and directly to home, fits customer loyalty to the brand because they are really conscious about their customers' needs and the fashion of the moment. Zara has installed its brand recognition around the world. For managers, teamwork with constant feedback among departments is essential to a fast fashion strategy. Every day, store managers report relevant information to a vast team of designers in order to quickly develop new models and send them to the factory so that they can be returned again to stores. In addition, cooperation between each of the country's headquarters helps to provide the fashion faster. Fashion is increasingly becoming a more global concept, so the quicker the transmission of new trends, the earlier it will be introduced in Zara stores. That's why data analysis and the constant attention to competitors, movement, H&M, Gap, etc. also reinforce the growing strategy.
There is a number of reasons why a company might choose to stay away from a certain type of marketing. Some of the primary reasons could include the company's business model, its core competencies, and even the exclusivity factor. The company might have a tendency to stay away from the internet sales as its main selling population was within largest cities and majority of its marketing structure was based on the store sales. As prominent as information technology is today, not all merchandise is best advertised online. It seems that in particular case, the company core marketing was based around its in-store merchandise that was always updated.
Now the fourth question. Um, describe 5 opportunities for continued growth during the next 5 years for Zara. The first one for us is launch stores in the Americas along with establishing new distribution centers, the same as with China and Russia. The second one is focus on online expansion. Third one, expand aggressively into international markets. Fourth, continue to find creative ways to keep the stores looks fresh. The fifth and finally opportunity will be to continue exploring alternative markets.
Now we are going to talk about advantages and disadvantages. The advantages is to investing in the American market segment are the financial and overall structural wealth of the country. The United States is a huge market for many fashion firms, and with today's technological advance, the American market is expanding very quickly. Also, although the company already has a number of stores in major cities. The company should pursue opening up stores in smaller communities. By no, by no means anything rural, but cities such as Cleveland, also not the fashion such as New York, could still facilitate good business. The primary negative to entering an American market are naturally the competition and logistics. The American market is well developed and rated saturated with already established retail chains such as Gap. Market entry and promotion could be expensive. Another factor to take into consideration when entering American market is logistics. The primary manufacturing hub for the company is located in Western Europe. Thus, shipping could take a big toll on the profit margin. Although, although the company does currently offset this company by raising the prices on its products, this ultimately will hinder the firm's ability to compete with local retailers who are not burdened by the logistic expenses. Thank you.